Yeah, friends, namaskar. I am Sanjay Mansukhani, and we are going to the last chapter, last episode of Secrets of Law of Attraction. I'm sure you have been through the first 23 talks on the subject, and today is the concluding part. And each slide is critically important. So I will take some time to go through each slide, read each word carefully, listen to me very carefully, and it can shape up a new destiny for yourself. So let's start. Let's go into this. Uh, The vision. The vision which we have for doing this is to power business dreams of entrepreneurs, startups, and successful businessmen. Uh, our knowledge is a deep science on manifestation, and we are covering the literature Master Key System by Charles F. Hannell, Sankhya Darshan by Kapil Muni, and Yoga Darshan by Rishi Patanjali. So, what is law of attraction? So, today, for the final time, let me tell you, law of attraction is the law of love. Whatever you love in your life, whatever you want to have in your life will come to you. That, in very simple terms, is a law of attraction. But you have to hold that love for a long time. You have to hold that love with an intensity, with a vitality, with faith, so that the time taken to convert your mental thoughts into physical energy is provided for this conversion to take place. Therefore, law of attraction is a process, is a natural process by which your thoughts, deep down, burning desire thoughts, turn into a physical reality. And the emotion of love goes a long way in making it happen soon and fast. You see, we have been telling you that it is our thoughts which create our worlds. Yes, the world outside is coming from our thoughts. And our desires are also a result of our thinking. So, if you want our desires to be fulfilled, our thinking should be clear. Clear means it should not be foggy, it should not be cluttered, it must be clear, it must be decisive. When it is decisive, then the manifestation process starts fast. It should be calm. When there is calmness, you will find a high quality of manifestation happening. It should be deliberate. Deliberate because you are wanting to create your own reality in a slightly different reality outside. So that must be deliberate. You must do it with an intention and it must be sustained. Because if your efforts are not sustained, if your efforts are not persistent, if your efforts are not done for a long time, then you will find your manifestation will not happen. So you must have thought also with a definite end in view. Each thought which you have must have an end in view, which must be definite, which must be clearly thought out. And if you can be one pointed in your life, if you know the purpose of your life, or if you know what you exactly want, the first major big goal which you want in your life, then the whole process of manifestation becomes very easy. And we would also like you to express certain qualities, qualities like harmony, health, and abundance in your thoughts. And then you take a dip, immerse yourself, absorb yourself in these thoughts. So these thoughts will become part of your consciousness, part of your regular thinking. And you believe that you are already that. You are already into harmony with people around you, with thoughts inside you. You have a good health inside, and there are healthy people out there outside you. And your life is one full of abundance, complete abundance. These thoughts, if you immerse in these thoughts again and again in a sustained manner, in a deliberate manner, in a calm method, decisively, being absolutely clear about it, then you will become that. Those things will start happening for you. People have disease, they have sickness, they have shortages, and they have limitations in their life. All of this, disease, sickness, lack, and limitation, is a result of wrong thinking. So once when you understand right thinking, as explained in the previous slide, you will know what is wrong thinking. So when you think right, you will be able to move mountains also from your path. These mountains usually, they are an obstacle when there is doubt, when there is fear, when there is distrust, or there are other forms of discouragement that seem real to you. But actually, they are all mental, they are all in the mind. So, what you need to do is you need to remove them and throw them deep down, far away in the sea. So, once when these mountains of doubt, fear, distrust, which you have created yourself in your mind, once they go away, then you find your immunity increases, you find your body becomes disease free, you are no longer sick, you become healthy, there is no shortage in your life, there are no limitations in your life, you can do the impossible in your life. Concentration. Concentration means continuous thinking on one object or on one thought. And what does that give you? That helps you to form mental images. That helps you to create an argument which is creating a deep imprint, a deep implant in your subconscious mind. And concentration will also help you to give auto suggestions to you in a very deeper way into your subconscious mind. So these mental images, these arguments, and these auto suggestion, they simply are methods by which you can program your mind, number one, and by which, by repetition, you are able to realize the truth. What is the truth of who you are? Once you realize this truth, then you will find life takes on a different color, a different beauty altogether. And in order to be able to express true conditions, the mind needs to be trained to see the truth. So, dear friends, always keep on seeking the truth. Try to train the mind so that it is always looking for truth, and that truth will eventually liberate you. That truth will eventually give you freedom from all sorrow, all pain, all suffering. And that truth will take you where you have never gone before. It will make you perfect, it will make you complete. So, what is this truth we are talking about? In the slides which will be following, we'll get to know more about that, and I will emphasize there it for you. This absolute truth is that your I is perfect and complete. What is this I? This I is the spirit in you. This I is not the mind in you. This I is not the ego in you. This I is not the conscious mind or the subconscious mind in you. It is a further deeper down I, which is the beginning, the source of all that you are. And at the very beginning, at the very source, you are perfect and complete. Therefore, we are perfect and complete if we are able to connect with this I, if we are able to recognize this I deep down inside ourselves, and we are able to convince ourselves that we are that I, we are that spirit, we are perfect and complete at the very beginning of our journey. Our whole life, all the influences which we have, and the success in this world will depend on the degree of truth which you can understand and follow and perceive. That means the absolute truth is you are the spirit. You are perfect and complete. But you may not know this. So you're living a life of limitations. You're living a life of lack. You're living a life which is full of sorrow, which is full of pain, which is full of suffering. So here the author is cajoling you. Here the author is persuading you to know that truth. And the more you know the truth that you are the spirit, you are the actual freedom, you are the completeness, you are the truly perfect, then you find that you change, then the truth is manifesting in you in terms of your character. And you will find that you have a very high degree of character. So the more you know the truth that the I actually is spiritual, the I is the spirit. It is not the mind in any form. It is not the body in any form. It is not any identity which I may have. It is absolutely purely the spirit in us. Then your life will change magically. Now, this truth of understanding that you are the spirit cannot come out of logical training, cannot come out of experimentation, cannot come out of observation. So, what it means is it actually cannot come out of the conscious mind activities, but it can come when you have developed your consciousness, when you have moved from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind, which is a deeper level of consciousness. And then you have moved further inside to the universal mind, which is a further deeper level of consciousness. And then there is the infinite mind within. So as you go within, inside yourself, inside your mind, as you do the journey inside, using concentration, using auto-suggestion, using visual images, and using argumentation or any such technique, you will find yourself closer to the truth that I am the spirit, I am perfect, I am whole, I am complete. We all know that thought is creative. Whatever we think happens outside in the real world for us if our thinking is sustained and long term, if our thinking is for the good of others. Now, the truth that I is actually the spirit, is the highest form of truth and is the most perfect thought which anybody can think. Beyond the spirit, there is nothing. So internally, you are the spirit. Externally, you are in the world, which you are seeing with your five sense organs. So we are born and we start seeing the world outside through our five sense organs. But we have to slowly, steadily start going inside and see our minds, see our conscious mind, subconscious mind, universal mind, and infinite mind. And as we go inside, we reach the most highest thought, we reach the most perfect thought, and we completely transform our life. Our future, we all know, is determined from our present. And if there is anything negative or anything of a low degree happening in your personal life outside or even inside in your mind, you must look further deep inside for the cause. Because this whole creation, as we have told in earlier episodes, is cause and effect. There is always a cause for what is happening in your life, and that cause is your thought. So when you change your thought, you change your reality. And this is the most simplest but the most powerful statement you can note down, write down, remember, and try using it. If things are not working right for you, change your thoughts. Things will start working magically for you. The only activity which the spirit possesses, as the author says, is the power to think. So thought also is creative like the spirit, because it is the spirit which is giving shape and size to the whole creation through us. Therefore, thinking and being spiritual are parallel activities, complementary activities. You have to train the mind. As you learn to train the mind, you will realize that the spiritual I is forever perfect and complete. It is also harmonious and wholesome, and it creates healthful conditions for you. And why is that so? Because spirit is the beginning point. At the beginning point of me, spirit is the most innermost point of me. So when the most innermost point of me, where I have taken birth, from where I am evolving, is pure, neat, clean, is perfect, is complete, has harmony, is wholesome, there is complete health there. As I keep on evolving, as I keep on moving out from the spirit into the infinite mind, then into the universal mind, then into the subconscious mind, then into the conscious mind, and then into the world outside, I become impure. I pick up limitations. I lose my health. So by going in back to the source through our mind, through our thought, we are able to reach the spiritual eye and become perfect and complete again, become harmonious, wholesome, and healthful again. This is the simple thing to understand. We have started from absolute purity, moved into the world and become impure. Now we have to go back to the starting stage so that we become pure again, and the results will show in our current life. One cannot get any understanding of this truth of the spiritual eye from the world outside. Why? Because the world outside is relative. There are so many objects, so many people. There are about 800 crore people on the planet. All of them look similar, have the same design. There are infinite, virtually number of trees, fish, insects, and all the living kingdom which is out there. So the world outside is just not holding true knowledge. The true absolute knowledge is hidden, is saved, is protected inside you. So we have to go inside to find the truth. And the more deeper you go, the deepest you go, the highest truth you realize. It is this truth which will make you free, that I am the spirit, I am whole and complete. It is the conscious knowledge of this truth which will enable you to overcome every difficulty. Each and every difficulty will simply disappear. And your ability to think is your ability to control and make use of this benefit for yourself and others. So when you have the ability to think about the spirit, many people cannot think about the spirit. They cannot differentiate between the mind and spirit. Some cannot differentiate between the body and the mind. Some cannot differentiate between them and the world. So when you're able to think, you're able to control what you're thinking. So when you're thinking about the spirit, you learn the ability to control the action of the spirit. This control will work for you. This control can work for everybody else. You must have the intention to help, and the spirit will unleash its powers, unleash its knowledge, unleash its presence for you to get that. So we need to be completely free of negative thoughts, and we need to empower and free others by connecting with our spirit on a regular basis through the power of thinking. The universal mind, which I have been referring to twice or thrice in my discussions today, the universal mind is the totality of all minds. All subconscious and conscious minds put together become the universal mind. So we have to remember at the very deep end, the spirit is an extended form of the subconscious and conscious mind. Subconscious and conscious minds are individual minds, whereas here we are talking about the universal mind. So the universal mind includes all the individual minds. That is why it is the totality of all minds. And you have to remember spirit is a special kind of mind, a very deep kind of mind. We commonly use the word God to indicate this universal mind, this creative principle which creates the creation for us. But you know, there is a difference. The word God implies that there is somebody outside of us who is creating. Whereas the universal mind is omnipresent because it is present in the minds of all creatures. So the universal mind is omnipresent. It exists everywhere. There is no place where it is not there. But this universal mind is existing within us. It is inside us. So we have the conscious mind inside us. We have the subconscious mind inside us. We have the universal mind inside us. And we also have the infinite mind inside us. But if you're able to cross your subconscious mind and reach the universal mind, that alone will create magic for you. So, as they say, we are the temple of the living God. The God is in us, in our universal mind, and the further higher version is in us, in our infinite mind. So, this spirit, which I've been talking about, which is inside us, is our very life. If the spirit is not there, we would be dead. We would cease to exist. They would take our body and burn it. or bury it. So the moment the spirit leaves the body, we are nothing. So if there is anything which we have, which is ours, which is really the creator inside us, that is the spirit. And we need to get connected to our spirit with thought. Thank you, dear friends. I hope this has been a very interesting knowledge for you, very powerful, empowering knowledge for you. It can connect you to the source deep inside you. It can connect you to all the fountain of power inside you. And that fountain of power inside you and the spirit can give you immense happiness, immense joy, immense abundance, immense knowledge, immense power, immense intelligence, immense immunity, uh, immense harmony, immense peace, immense silence. I can go on and on and on. So I hope you have understood me, you have understood our objective. We are wanting to help you to tap into your own power and get all that you desire, all that you want to manifest. So, dear friends, thank you so much. May God bless each one of you.